had to learn this very early. I'm just telling you, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your product. Nobody cares how sweet you are. Nobody cares how nice you are. Nobody cares how well you can speak. Nah, you say, see, that first step seemed harsh. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be in position to succeed.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, Green Juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, and turmeric, just to name a few? So make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on, y'all? What it do?
We got Dr. King in the building. Dr. King, Professor King. I'm sorry.
King. Professor.
We almost missed the whole podcast.
On my name, youngster.
You know what I'm saying? Volcano Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we got
Put some respect on it.
Put some respect on my name. Douglas, what's happening? How's everybody feeling?
Great, man.
My two professors, both of their courses have been accepted at universities. I believe both of them are winding down for the semester for at least a week or two, couple weeks maybe.
At least a week or two.
So why don't y'all tell us how y'all first time as professors? I don't think a lot of people understand. We kind of mentioned it briefly, but E and Jamal both have their courses, Make Real Estate Real. And of course, E has a leadership course, an entrepreneurship course in Lakewood, all accredited courses. And they're professors now. So, you know, half the time me and Carl just sit here staring into space, waiting on them to get done with their office hours. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So why don't you let us laymen in on how it goes behind the curtain?
Hey, I am looking for a teacher's assistant.
Keep looking, buddy.
Nah, it ain't here.
You know what I'm saying, Paul?
It ain't here.
My grounds crew is Paquito.
I tell you, boy, even my dad be watching these podcasts and he'd be like, man, I remember them days you talked about you was about to be retired and you just couldn't wait to retire from the police department.
And not have to work.
And then all of a sudden you meet somebody named CJ and he got you, I promise you, I don't even know what state I'm in sometimes. I don't know the classes I'm teaching, man. I mean,
Guatemala, nigga.
Oh, bro, let me tell you. I don't even know how you done it all these years.
Don't blame
man.
all of that on me.
Oh, bro, I don't know how you did it.
Maul, is there a day that you were off? Is there a single day, Maul, that you were free, that you don't have some responsibility? Anyone? Nothing.
No such thing, brother. There's no such thing.
Hey, Mo, I'm glad to have you. You take a little bit of the load off me. I'm glad to have you.
And that's the crazy thing about it, E. As we do this, right, now I was, my whole thing, I've been working for the last 20 years just to be retired and to live my life free. Mm-hmm. In some kind of way, CJ, the one I like to call Obi-Wan Kenobi, for those of you that watch Star Wars, you know, the one who played Jedi mind tricks on people, he has single-handedly has turned my life, his life into my life, and my life into his life. I have witnessed CJ. Look at him. I have witnessed
retired.
Him and Candace now.
And me
and Camille would send CJ all the time and Candace videos of us at restaurants and at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, just having a good time with my bride. But now Camille and I, our phone dings, and we looking as I'm working, and Camille working, helping me, being a help me, because she see me doing so much. We looking and we see CJ and Candace at restaurants living our life.
Hey, listen, I heard Diddy say, I ain't worked this hard to have to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worked this hard to have to work.
So CJ,
I worked this hard to have other people do the work for me.
So, hey, CJ has done something that the police department could never do.
Right.
And that was get Jamal to work.
and cheerfully.
And cheerfully.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
And look like he enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
man.
just had to, he changing lives. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big responsibility. Luckily, don't nobody want to hear from me like that. So I just get to go to lunch with my wife and get all the thought leaders and mentors out in the world doing their thing.
Hey, Carl, this the part, man, where I need you to put in that clip from the 5 Heartbeats when Eddie Kane was saying, "How does it feel to be me?"
Hey, speaking of which, we got, I don't even know, Carl, are we allowed to say? I mean, I just want to brag on you, dog.
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying?
Hey,
Carl,
don't hold it back now.
Yeah, I promise you. Do you got the check with you? I mean,
Not
sure,
yet, not yet. Nah, we still in the process. We still in the process.
Got you. Well, let the people know what's going on. Again, and this is, y'all seen the progression. That's what I love about this podcast. This is a family podcast. We really look at y'all as our audience, as y'all grew with us. We've been doing this for 6 years. So a lot of y'all been listening since episode 1. And you've heard Carl go through kind of the ebb and flow of like, yo, I'm on the squad, but I feel like I need to do more, and my confidence, and I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And man, it was a really cool moment just to take y'all back to Mexico for a minute. So he had this massive suite, right? But outside of his massive suite, oh my bad,
Go again,
you know what I'm saying? Paquito.
Oh, he's so petty. He be bringing up old stuff.
El Grande.
I had the Paquito suite.
Habitación.
And so he had this huge room that took up like the whole side of the building. But then we all, like, the 3 of our little huts was like right next to his, though. You know what I'm saying? We could see him in the distance. As Maul said, he looked up and heard the voice of Jesus raining over him. Hey, that's true. That is true. That's true. Hey, you know what was so funny?
You remember that? I was out there working out, and I heard I was out there working out / praying, and I heard somebody say, Jamal.
Exactly.
Jamal.
Hey, you know what was hilarious too? That he was directly above Maul, but he didn't have no obstructive view, but Maul had all kind of trees. So it was like Maul had an ocean view, but they grew a whole bunch of trees in front, and the E was right above him, just where the tree line stopped.
They cut the top of all the trees.
Hey, so anyway. What was I saying? I forgot. You know what I'm saying?
You were sitting outside, outside Israel.
So all I know is I see Carl, and again, Carl tried to tell you his shoulders was up because he walked through that cave. His shoulders were really up because he got that major bag alert. And he came around, Carl usually pretty low-key. Before the cat. And Carl usually pretty low-key. And he came out the room because Carl was staying, like, it was me, my brother, and then Carl was right next to him. So Carl came out the room, and he was beaming. Now, I thought, you know what I'm saying, he just
worship.
Worship.
Oh, come let us adore him.
Rain down on me.
Rain down on me. Rain
Melodies from heaven.
down.
Y'all stupid. Hey, this podcast is no longer for kids. We're going to make it at least PG-13. Okay, so if you got little 8-year-olds.
Oh, we singing gospel songs, bro.
Okay.
Just keep it PG.
Okay.
We singing gospel songs, bro.
Praise God. Hey, we all married. But anyway, I thought Carl, had maybe, because Carl usually ain't beaming like that. And he had this look on his face, and he had this piece of paper in his hand. And man, Carl, I'll let you take it from there. But anyway, it just so happened to be that E came out his room, Maul came out his room, and we all on the balcony. And go ahead, take it away, Carl.
Yeah, so let me give the perspective. So obviously, you guys know I've been, following Maul's tutelage for the last, 3 years, Maul? We started in 2018. And I'll be real, like Maul has been saying this. He's so consistent, it messes me up. Maul's so consistent. Maul is like, dude, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. If you follow the system, the numbers don't lie. So we have reached the point, and so this is the third building that I have, and I've been in the process of getting tenants. It's completely renovated now. Little knickknacks need to be fixed, but we're getting tenants in there, and I'm looking at the property value, and I'll give the numbers, y'all. We just being transparent because I want people to understand, like, this ain't something where, like, it was for me and not you. Like, and especially for me, y'all know, how risk averse I was. But we were into the property all in for $261,000, $261,000. And I got an offer on this property for $425,000. $425,000.
Come on.
So if you do the math.
How much you put down? Why don't you break it down?
Then it's up, then it's up, then it's
If
up.
it's up, then it's up. Then it's
How
up.
much like
On 427 to 267, 425.
Come on, man.
When it's up,
I ain't no mathematician. Go ahead.
Maul,
what you say?
No, I was just saying, how much did you put down on the property? I was just asking for the people that.
Okay.
So the down payment on this one was $37,000. That was the down payment on this one. And I'm just, so the thing for me, Ma, when I came into this, like, again, I'm thinking your shirt, generational wealth, Ma. I wasn't thinking flipping nothing. I'll just be real. Like, bro, I ain't trying to buy nothing. I'm not into that. I want to make sure that my family's secure. So I'm happy to meet tomorrow. They're good. So, but Maul kept saying the numbers don't lie. Like, don't be driven by your ideals. Like, don't be driven by follow the numbers. The numbers don't lie. So when you get an offer for a property that, bruh, whatever the math is, it's over $100,000. It's a six-figure value, right? You do the numbers, and Maul, just based on the breakdown, I'm looking at bringing a check that's over $100,000 into my home. I've never done that before.
Man.
Come on, man. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody in my family. Nobody in my family. Phenomenal life. Maul. So at Maul, if you just want to do straight math, right? So I put $37,000 into something. If real estate scares you, I put it into something, and I'm walking away with over $100,000 in my hand. Like, dude, you can't lose. You can't lose. Was the process perfect? Nope. I had to fix a couple things. Like I said, we're still trying to get tenants in there. There's stuff that happened. But I'm like, yo, we followed the system. We stuck to the rule that Maul said. And at the end of this, I can walk away with a six-figure check, Maul. And
I love it.
Not to be funny, now, hey, Maul, I'm looking at my other buildings now like, well, what can I get for that one?
Come on, man. I think, and I think that's the beauty of the process is that you got options. And Maul always says, the thing that Maul taught us, again, myself included, my family, his family, it depends on where you at and what you want to do and how you want to leverage it. Every situation is not the same. Some people might need a little bit more cash flow. Some people might be like, yo, I'm good. I just want to, whatever. And I think that's the beauty of Make Real Estate Real and how it ends up playing out is you really can't lose. And I thought Maul, when we first met Maul, and I was like, yo, how many deals you lost on though? Because real estate is like a gamble. I'm thinking, again, not educated. I'm thinking it's like, oh, you win some, you lose some. Maul was like, lose? I've never lost. He said losing to me is instead of making 110,000, I made 75,000. And I was like, Mark, come on, that's cap.
I felt like I lost 30,000. I felt like I was like, oh man, I was supposed to got 100, but only got 70. That's a loss.
And I thought when he was saying that, I thought, okay, Mark, you being, a little optimistic over the top, whatever. But Carl, you just said it. It really is a formula. And if you follow it, like no matter how it goes, like literally the worst of the worst happens and you still win. And I think that's the dope thing about Make Real Estate Real. So y'all check out MakeRealEstateReal.com. We just wanted to share that with y'all because it was a great moment between the squad, the other day and, just watching Carl, get to that bag after, again, he was making money and doing his thing, but I had kind of found my outlet, you know what I'm saying? He found his outlet and we all running and Carl was just like, man, and, more, similar to what you were able to do with Train and, Carl and, you got everybody else now hustling and getting to it. So it's just a beautiful thing to watch, man. And, we always try to share our successes with y'all. So MakeRealEstateReal.com. All right, now let's go have a podcast because, I need to woosah.
Get the bucket. When it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up.
You know, it's crazy because
It's about to be one of them.
like the podcast. Let me tell you why the podcast is a blessing. Because when you go through like foolishness, or you got to like, you know, jam down on folks and like really get after it, it's like, okay, it's at least I get to bring it to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna just be real with y'all. And I don't have nothing planned for the day. I'm just going right off the cuff because Maul called me, and you know, Maul got a little bit more eye than I got. So Maul, you know what I'm saying? He
Maul don't have no Maul. The reality is, C got way more eye than you got. C don't activate. He suppresses his.
Right.
He suppresses his.
That's what it is. Right. Tell
I
him
save it all for the
actually,
podcast.
His score is actually higher than yours.
Right.
He just
But he want to call me the pink gorilla though. You know, I be out there shaking hands and talking to people. See, like, oh, look at this pink gorilla.
No. Carl will tell you that back in the day, C's eye was extremely high.
Out the roof.
Bruh.
Out the roof.
Bruh. But let me tell you something. When that Joker got to hunting, he was like, I'm through. It's a wrap.
Hey, you know what's funny though? Here's what's funny. You're right, but here's the thing. E had to do E in a much nicer way. Told me that I play too much. You know what I'm saying? Like back when me and Chris used to run together on the red. Now Chris was like, "Look,
Chris ain't got no limits."
Right. So let me give y'all a backstory. My college roommate. Shout out to my college roommate, CP Chris Powell. He's a comedian to this day. He was like, E, I hear everything you saying to C, but I love playing. So he told him, he was like, I think he said, Chris, if you that funny, take your stuff to HBO. You remember you said that?
No question.
Bro, I'll call Chris right now. Yeah. I'll call Chris right now. And if he pick up, he gonna tell you, hold on, let me see if I can get Chris on. Look, hold on, let me tell him not to. Chris cuss a lot, but let me see. No. I'm about to. I just thought about that.
Too much.
I just thought about
No,
that.
Chris played too much, Maul. Too much.
I'm talking about going off on grown people.
No boundaries.
Let me see if I can get him on.
Yeah, no boundaries.
Couldn't get nothing done at the meetings.
Yeah.
Hey, family. Hey, hold on. I got Chris right here. Hey, you live on the Secret to Success podcast, G.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So don't cuss. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
E.T., Maul, Carl, everybody here. I was just about to say, and I should have asked you if you could say it live on air. If you can't, don't worry about it. We'll edit it out. But you remember when we were in college and me and you was like, I'm talking about a comedic duo. And E was like, yo, y'all play a little too much. And if you're going to keep playing, you know, at least what? What did he tell you?
No, E.T. told me flat out. He was like, cause I think, you know, like your seriousness and your kind of your discipline, you had already proven that. I hadn't proven that. I was just pure silly, and I was trying to live through that. You know, everything I hosted, everything I spoke on was all silly. And E.T. was like, man, you know, you clowning for free. And you're not even a clown because clowns get paid. You just clowning. And if you're going to do it, get some money for it. Don't just be you out here, you know, and that stuck with me forever. Like, man, I can't be the funny guy in the office. I can't be the funny guy in class because those aren't the places for it. If you want to be funny, go be where the funny guys is at. Or else you kind of got to shut up about it. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like being 7 feet. You got the ball with you, you dunking. If you're not going to try out, then go sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're not going to really do it, and yeah, man, like I, you know, my whole mission since then been to really do it because everybody was always impressed with the funny.
Now here's the
well, how can you monetize that? How can you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your passion, how can it be your life?
Exactly. Now I'm gonna say this, and here go. I don't even know if you caught it yet. The dramatic irony of everything, and I literally didn't think about it to this moment. I was like, oh, I gotta call Chris. What network did he tell you specifically to go to? We got it on tape. He told you to go to a specific network, and now you in New York doing something. So tell him, please.
Yeah, he told me to go to HBO. At the time, HBO was the standard for
stand-up
comedy, right? Comedy special. If you got it, go to the HBO.
And you called me the other day and said, what deal did you just get?
I just got to start on a roll on an HBO show. I'm an HBO's called Love Life.
That's what's up, Chris.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Just came out, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Hey, appreciate you. Love you, boy. I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace out, everybody.
All right.
Wow.
Bruh. I didn't even put it together to just now. Bruh, he called me. I told E while we were in Mexico. Chris called me as soon as we got to Mexico and was like, yo, I'm on my way to Brooklyn right now. I just got to start unrolling a show on HBO. I didn't even think about it till we just started talking about it this second. But E told us like, yo, y'all play too much. If you're going to play, get paid for playing and take your stuff to HBO. And because back then, remember Martin and all them was doing stand-ups on HBO. Wasn't no Netflix. It wasn't no Netflix. And so Chris literally, shout out to Chris, man. That's my dog, man. That's family. You know, again, we met my freshman year. Before we even got to Michigan State, we met in line at a camp called Magic. You know Magic. And it was Chris, a little short dude. He was my roommate. And I was like, man, we are not about to get along. He was a little pretty boy. He had on Cartier glasses and Ferragamo shoes. I'm a jock with Jordans and sweats on. And, man, we hit it off, and that's my dog to this day. But he's out in L.A. getting busy, man, writing a bunch of shows. Now he's in New York doing this thing with HBO. But I say that to say, E told us, like, yo, you play a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to get some of that play out of you. So I think I was like, okay, I'm going to get a little bit more serious. And Chris was like, all right, I'm going to stay funny and just get paid for it. But I say that to say today, Marlon and I got a call. And this particular individual wanted a raise, right, Marlon? I would say that's quantified. And I felt like the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and I felt my blood boil to about 199 degrees. And I swear I'm not trying to berate anybody, and hopefully we can get to something that's very helpful for people. But my problem with this particular individual is you half execute, but you want full payment. I'm gonna try to run this slow so you can understand, because I believe there's people out there. I'm not trying to be funny. You want the $100,000 check that Carl got. You want the $100 million check that Maul got. You want the $100 million check that E got. You want the, you know what I'm saying? And listen to what I'm trying to say. E, I used to think people didn't want it. No, I'm dead serious. Like, I used to be like, oh, they just ain't really that, they just comfortable living like, no. You want it. But my only problem with this person is I told you in order to get what you needed to get, you needed to do X, Y, and Z. Now, that person wasn't willing to do that. So let me tell you something. Okay, let me explain it to you. I try to say it like this. I offered this person the opportunity. I said, look, here's what we can do. You want to go to the big leagues? I got you. Come on, let's do it. I said, I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to take you off salary. Okay? Like, if you really want to go there, like, let's have a frank conversation. I said, I'm going to take you off salary, and I'm going to give you a chance to hunt. Like, really, I'm saying over here, it's unlimited. I'm just being real. You can make as much as you doggone want to. You can make $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, whatever. But you got to come off salary to do that. This ain't no, like, where we play at ain't no safety net. And I just let them know, like, bro, we put it on the line. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. We put it on the line. And so you can't get the rewards that we get when you're not willing to put it on the line. And by that, I mean invest in yourself. I used to say quit your job or do whatever you need to do. I ain't even saying that no more because Mar showed us you don't got to quit. But I'm saying you need to be willing to put your heart, spirit, and soul into it. So when I got ready to tell that person, all right, cool, I got you. I'm going to show you how to make as much money as you want to make, but you got to come off the salary because that safety net, you can't do both. Now, that person told me, nah, I'm cool on that. I'm saying, like, I'm just being real. They was like, no. No, I want my steady check. So you want your steady check? I said, okay, so here go my problem. You want your steady check. You want to stay where you at because it's comfortable. You want to get paid more. But when I offered you the opportunity to bet on your own self, you wouldn't even bet on you. No, listen to what I'm saying.
That's a word. No, that's a word.
No. Listen
right
to
there.
what I'm saying.
And not disrespectful. That's
I promise
word,
you
though.
it's not.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
word.
I'm saying you don't want to put yourself in position. You don't believe in yourself enough to do it. But you want me to pay you as if, hold on, listen. I was really bugging Carl. I'm like, yo, let me know how you want to do it. Because if you want to, I swear, if you're willing to go all in on yourself, then I'm willing to help you get there. But you can't tell me in one breath, yo, I need to be paid this, and I feel like I'm okay. Well, then why you won't put it on the line yourself and just come off salary and just go? And I want people to understand that there are different levels of compensation for different levels of sacrifice. Most of you think because you're a good person, that's enough to get you paid where you need to get paid at. Y'all heard me tell it last week. I put it on the line. I put a lot on the, I put my pride, my family, my name, I put my reputation, I put it on the line, and because I bet big, I won big. So guess what? Everybody who was smart enough to put $10,000 on Bitcoin 5 years ago, shout out to my boy Sky. You know what I'm saying? My boy Sky was like, see, you put a whole bunch in Bitcoin. Sky, I'm not putting 50 cents into that backdoor crypto. The name threw me off, E. All I kept thinking was Tales from the Crypt. When they kept saying crypto, I was like, what kind of scam is this? But let me tell you what my boy Sky did. He believed in it, and he bet big. And he won big.
Bitcoin at 55,000 now.
Now, some of y'all, you still scared to bet on Bitcoin. You still scared to put up 20 bands on it. You still scared to bet on make real estate real. But you want the payoff Carl got. That's how you want to live. Carl, with that, Carl's made 100 bands. Easy. You want that life and you want those results, but you don't want to put up the way Carl put up. You want to win like the Bitcoin people want early on, but you don't want to put up like they put up. I told you, everybody calling me now. Oh, I want to work with Toby. Of course you want to work with Toby. Where was you at when we got started and we were sitting in the car and we had to put up a couple dollars to get him going? You didn't want to work with us then. So if you don't want to bet on yourself, don't expect other people to bet on you. If you want to bet on yourself, then you have the opportunity to win big. But I'm tired of people living this illusion of thinking I could just come do the standard everyday operating procedure and I'm going to blow up through osmosis. That's not how it works. You're going to get a salary. I told this person, go to Google, type in the position, and tell me exactly how much somebody in that position gets paid. You may find that you're overpaid.
Oh, no questions asked, you are. Oh, no, if you work for ETA, oh, you overpaid if you work for ETA.
I'm just telling you.
With the perks
no,
and the benefits.
Listen to me very closely. Listen to me very closely. If you work for ETA, let me tell you something. You're overpaid. Now, let me tell you why I say that. First of all, salary probably, but let's go here. I don't know no other company that if you want to go home for Christmas, you can. If you want to go home for Thanksgiving, you can. If you want to go home for New Year's, if you can. I don't know no company if you have a tragedy and you want to take off for a couple weeks, month, and get yourself right
years
before you come. Let me tell you something.
Years.
No. Bro, let me tell you something. I was just talking to my wife. Bro, I didn't know this, see? Mm-hmm. My wife just told me today. Mm-hmm. You know Didi from corporate America. Like she be like, I don't know what you doing. She like, you like the Hallmark station. I don't know what you doing. Didi told me, now y'all take a guess. Mom may know this because he's a police officer, so maybe he shouldn't answer. It's not fair. Do you know if your spouse dies or your mama or your child dies, how many days they give you off at a corporate company?
Like a week, maybe? I don't know.
I was going to say
like 3 days.
CPD is 3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days, Carl. If your spouse die, you get 3 days.
3 days.
Period, bro. You get the weekend, bro. They give you, take the weekend. You get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, y'all, and then bring your butt back in the office like ain't nothing ever happened.
Can I add to that? Let me add to that.
Wow.
With them 3 days, you got to choose between, do you want to use those 3 days when the spouse first died for mental, or do you want to use them 3 days for the funeral?
It's 3 days total.
Bro, it's 3 days. Which when you want to use them 3 days for? So what a lot of people do, that's why they make the funeral like on the weekend on a Saturday so that they can just tie the 3 days into the weekend. Bro, it's a whole system too.
So I'm just saying, I just know as a CEO, I'm already knowing we on, bruh, I'm already knowing, see, the benefits, bruh, I promise you. It's people taking off 3 days just on the reg, just on some normal stuff. Like, I'm about to go, bruh, people taking off Christmas, then Thanksgiving, then. When I was working.
And we ain't talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
We're talking about
no, I'm talking about
November and December.
They there for the week.
November and December.
Yeah, no question. No question. I'm just saying, when I was at Michigan State.
Hey, our whole staff about to quit when this podcast come out.
No. I'm just saying, see, when I worked at Michigan State, we had to talk amongst each other and be like, which one you want?
Which one?
Oh, for sure.
I want Christmas this year.
Oh, 100%.
All right, I'll take Thanksgiving. You feel me? I take Thanksgiving, you get Christmas. You feel me? Like we wasn't all getting off. And so I'm telling you, and here's what's so funny, and I don't even have a problem. We do it because I just want to be like, I just want to, that's why we started the company. I'm like, God, I want to do what I think, is best. But here's what I think is hilarious. I think what's funny is some of us forget when we worked for what you would call the man, we forgot how they treated us, bruh. And then we come over here and we act like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would never, when you work for them, you would never try to pull that foolishness off.
You wouldn't even take no phone call. My girl used to answer the phone like this. Hello. I used to be like, yo, is you on where is you at? Like she would answer the phone and literally be whispering. I'm like, babe, what's up? Hey, what time you trying to? I'll call you right back. I'm saying, are y'all in a church? You can't talk like I'm your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I need 2 minutes of your time.
You can't get
got over the ETA. I'm done.
Hey, and Maul, there's nothing wrong with that. We designed the company to do that. But here's what happens. When you're not disciplined enough to go, yo, I work for myself. Like I work for a company that allows me to work for myself. You feel me? Like I have the luxury of working for myself. So I told you I got up at 2:45 this morning. You feel me? Why? Because there's some stuff I need to get done and I can't make no excuse. C hit us up like, yo, we need to get that podcast in. I'm like, all right, this is an off day for the podcast, but let me switch my stuff around, get up early, get all the stuff I need to get out so that afterwards I'm like, all right, Didi, I'm good after this point. You feel me? And so I'm not even upset. Like we didn't create this type of situation because we didn't love ourselves and our staff members. We didn't want to create a plantation. We wanted to create a situation where it was like, yo, you can have unlimited money. You should, man, I told my staff, look, Mo, I told the staff in the staff meeting today, I said, listen, I'm going to be very clear with y'all. I would much prefer 4 focused hours than 8 hours where you just active. You just being busy. I said, Maul, it doesn't benefit me. Unfortunately, we eat what we kill. It don't benefit. This ain't no $1 trillion company where you got to be at the desk acting like you busy. It's not like that. Like we work for ourselves. You feel me? I said, so I don't even want you working 8 hours a day, quiet as kept. I would prefer you put in 4 solid hours where you getting a bunch of small, medium wins, and at the end of the month, they turn into big wins. So I'm not even interested in you working 8 to 10 hours a day. I'm not interested in that. But what I would love is 4 focused hours where you getting up and getting at it and going in and whatever it is you do. So then I also asked today, we did this thing on assets and liabilities, and I was just like, yo, what's your asset to this company? Like, what do you do that makes you indispensable?
Which we only learned, Josh taught us there's only 2 things. You can either generate income or take away stress.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else. Either you take away stress from the big dogs or you generate revenue. It's only 2 ways
for
to
the
keep
big dogs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or for yourself. That's what I told this. Okay, so then, Maul, and tell me if I'm lying, Maul. I literally said, you can make as much money as you want to make, and I'm here to help in that. But not like this. And so, Maul, you tell me if I said if I missed anything.
You hit it right on the head. I even jumped in and was like, look, I want you to know we are here for you. Like, we want you to succeed. We need you to succeed. You know, but
we do.
It's sometimes, man, and I'm starting to wonder, man, I think I might do a study on this, man. I think that, man, these jobs, man, a lot of times have messed us up mentally, because a lot of companies just, they just take care of you, and no matter what you do, you're going to get paid. No matter what you do, man. I talked about before, where in the police department, we had that box. This is before we had direct deposit, we had that paycheck box. And everybody paychecks was just being there. And sometimes because it's alphabetical order, so I would just scroll through the checks, And when I scroll through the checks, I promise you, everybody's check was probably only a difference of maybe $200. You had some people that was locking people up. You had some people that was getting shot at. You had certain officers that wasn't doing nothing but at Dunkin' Donuts every day. And everybody's pay was about the same, And so I just think, man, that some kind of way, like the mentality, and it's not that people are not scared to do a course or anything like that. I think they just scared to just really bet on them. I just got through talking about this in my Lakewood class. I was just letting the students know, like, hey, you got all. I was like, if you could imagine this like a ride, I have driven you as far as I can take you. I have literally, this was the last class, and I was like, I have taken you as far as I can take you. I'm the conductor. I can't take you. That's right good. Over there on the other side of this river, though, is your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, everything you want to do in life. I have taken you to the last stop. Now it's on you. Now it's on you to get to that other side. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit here and talk?
I blame America.
Oh, bro, you're going to talk about America, the ride to get to this point? You're going to sit up and just talk about how, they did this, it was bumpy, blah, blah. Oh, you're going to go ahead now and execute and get to the other side, man. So, that belief piece is different.
The scary part for me, Maul, I think what people are not realizing is the same person that's asking you for a raise now also has the power to take that raise away. So, like, for real, what are you winning? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you're still putting your entire existence on somebody else's decision. Your entire existence, like your family, everything. And again, to your point, like, that's just kind of the way we've been wired, educated, brainwashed, whatever. Yeah. But like, I read a quote the other day that said, "Don't have your backbone." Like, what is it? Don't substitute a wishbone for a backbone. And it's just like, yo, and this is, again, y'all watching the transformation for me. Like, I really want to see my wife smile the way she smiles when we in other countries. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When she not on Zoom from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Didi told us about that.
Didi talked about that last week. Like, for real, like, that's exciting to me. So for me, when I think about getting a raise, it's like, that's cool. But like, I'm looking for something so long-term, Marlon. And again, we talk about legacy all the time. Like, I'm looking for something so long-term that it outlives me. So if my whole existence is based on the raise that you give me, man, sweet, you got me a 5G raise. Oh, that's dope. But when I die, it's still gone. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, then it's not relevant for me. Like, I want everything that I do. And I'm biting all off your...
I blame America.
I'm biting all off your content, Maul.
I blame America.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, Maul, like, everything I do, I want to outlive me. That's just Maul. Like, I'm not gonna take no credit. That's Maul. It's gotta outlive me if I'm putting energy into it. It's gotta outlive me.
And at the same time, man, like I always said, I never waited, man. You know how many, look, a police officer that I know when I was in Guatemala, of course, I get messages all the time now about people passing away. This police officer guy of mine, real cool guy, he talked to me maybe about 2 months ago about wanting to start real estate. Just got a message just the other day that he passed away. I promise you, man, if I get another story like that, I don't know what to do, man. Like, when are you going to step up and really take control of your life? Stop looking for promotion. And my man was sweet on the police department. He the type of person that you would call. I would call if I needed the police to come. He the type of guy who would want to show up to my house. But he was trying to get promoted. And it's crazy that, and I'm telling everybody that's listening to me right now, when you really understand what we're talking about, you're going to understand that promotion comes from within. You already got the power to promote yourself and what you want to do in life.
I blame America.
Yeah. But you're waiting on other people to
blame America.
You're waiting on other people to promote you, man.
Look.
And you willing to take that chance?
Look.
That's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Maul, here's the deal. Here's why I get so agitated when I go on social media and people post, their cars and their watches, and their houses and all that stuff, Ma. I get so frustrated. I blame America. All right? I blame America because what happens in this country is that either people show you stuff that they really don't own, they can't afford it, they living from check to check, or people who really can afford it are putting it up. Here's what I say. Don't show me a picture of your house. Show me the steps to how you got it. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't put that on social media? Why you gotta put up your Range Rover? Why can't you give me the 10 steps, like literally, not the little fake stuff you saying so I could buy your program? You feel me? Not the little social media, what do they call it? Whatever, like the schemes that you're doing to get me to buy your stuff. For real, show me, like, put the steps up. Tell me what, and so that's what I mean when I say I blame America, because people show you
the end result.
They show you the stuff, man, and they get you locked and loaded on the stuff. And then the reason why you ask your boss for a raise is because you thinking, man, if I can get more money. Look, we'll say it again. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna tell you what I was told. I'm about to help you. I'm gonna tell you what I was told when I first started doing business. When I was, in my 20s and as a speaker, somebody said, if you give a man a fish, come on.
Eat for a day.
Let me put it like this to you. I'm gonna redo it like Bush. I'm gonna redo it like Bush. See, I'm about to redo this
You
thing.
fool me, you can't
like
get fooled
Bush.
again.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to redo this thing like Bush.
I felt him on that, by the way. I felt you, because I always get that confused, too.
You know what I'm saying? Let me say this
I'm
to
getting confused on that quote, too.
If you teach a man how to fish, you turn him into a slave. If you teach a man, I'm sorry, if you give a man a fish.
Look, he messed up too.
He told you he was going to do the Bush. He said it.
You can't eat again.
I was like, I'm going to see how you going to remix this one.
I did say it, Carl. Look, you give a man a fish, you turn him into a slave. Right? You teach a man how to fish, he's still dependent upon you. Still dependent upon you. Right? If you teach a man how to own his own lake, that's what I was told.
Yeah.
Ma, I wasn't told the fish part. You teach a man how to fish. I was told even when you teach a man how to fish, he's still dependent on you, Ma, because you taught him how to do it, but he still don't have the resources. So that's what a wise man told me, Ma. He said, it ain't no difference between giving a man a fish and teaching a man to fish. Where the real empowerment is if he gets the resources to be able to sell his own doggone
That's
fish.
next level. That's next level, E.
That's what I was taught. So, Ma, when they told me that in my 20s, I was like, oh, no, this is different. No, this is different, which is why, see, like they said when they first met me, even though we was still working on our own. Like, listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. We had a full-time job at Michigan State University. Whether C was a graduate student or Carl was doing whatever he was doing, they had us working at the university. But I got to be honest, some of the university time was our time. You feel me? And then after we finished work, after 5, we was working. Y'all not hearing me. In my mind, I kept saying, how we gonna get this lake? I'm not interested in you giving me a fish. I'm not interested in you teaching me how to fish, because you just said it, Ma. They just went through our courses, Ma. It don't necessarily mean every student about to blow up because we taught them entrepreneurship and we taught them make real estate real. It don't mean they about to blow up. But those that are going, okay, y'all gave us the information. Now how can I be independent of you? Where's the lake at? Because if you get the lake, the man was telling me, he said, if you get the lake, Eric, it's fish already in the lake. The fish in the lake. So leave the fish alone. Go find you a body of water that you can buy, and now you can have a fish market. You can have fish fry. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do because you have the source. And so what I want to tell those of you who want the car and all the other stuff, let me say this to you. I'm being honest. You may get that, but you may not be able to keep it and have it forever or enjoy it because you work so much. But when you learn how to get your own lake, when you make the lake your focus, when you make the lake your focus and you get the lake, all the other stuff come. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm so mad at myself. We just got Jada her car. She got her own. She got her own. Bruh, she was outside for an hour. I ain't never seen Jada clean no car. She out there, bruh. She out there for an hour, bruh. She had the doors open, all 4 doors open, the music playing. She was getting the rugs out, cleaning that out. She was cleaning her seats out. Bruh, I'm like, what? I ain't never seen you clean my car I've never seen you. But why? She got her own. It's got her name on it. She got the title to it. It's the insurance, Ma. And so what I'm trying to tell y'all is you want what belongs to somebody else. It's not meant for you. It's not even meant for you. Let him who steals steal no more. You trying to say, yo, Ma, go work. And then Ma, I want what's yours. AE, go work. Go Carl, go work. CJ, go work. And let me tell you, those of you who are believers, I'm going to tell you something. You're getting on God's last nerve. Why? Because you're making another human no human should be your source. God is your source. No other human should be your source. A human should only be a resource. They shouldn't be your source. And so now you go into another human. I'm saying let us make money together, not you being you be a dependent of mine. You're not Jalen and Jada. You're not Dee Dee. You're not a dependent of mine. That's not what we setting up. And I'm telling you, if you are a dependent of somebody, I seen it this week, y'all. I can't say no names, but somebody that I'm very close to, the way they treat the people that they work with, I'm like, I ain't trying to be funny, but I wouldn't want to work for you. If that's how you treat me, or you have the right when you get pissed, I'm just being real, Carl, when you get pissed or you get upset, now you have the right to say how my money should look like or what I'm not interested in that. Like, I don't got that with C. I don't got that with Jamal. I don't got that with Carl. Like, we don't live that kind of life. We don't got the kind of life where it's like, oh, see, I'm pissed at you. No, so, yeah, bro, I'm just telling y'all, your mama might have, your papa might have. God bless the child has got his own.
Hey,
I'm sorry, go, Carl. Go
no, I was going to say, E, one of the fundamental things, and this is going back, E, your book, Richest Man in Babylon. I want people, if you have not read that book, please read it, because E just talked about not knowing the steps. Like, that book tells you the steps. And it's not a situation where you got to make this amount. My man says, I don't care what amount you make. Here are the steps. And he gives 3 steps. But one of them that I want people to understand, he said your wants, your needs, they rise to the level of your income. So it don't matter how much you get paid. To E's point, you're going to go buy the fish. You're going to go buy the next thing. And everything that you want, it's going to rise. I don't know. You might have a couple.
Or don't want. Hey,
or
listen,
don't want.
Fun.
That's
hey,
real.
Listen, hold on. I got a, don't lose your spot, Carl. I got hilarious. So Kel realized he had a toothache. I'm talking about bad. Like, he was about to die. And I'm like, bro, go to the dentist. But for whatever reason, his insurance lapsed to something. He ain't had you know what I'm saying? He had it, but lost it. Something, you know, he's young. You know what I'm saying? You think you bulletproof at that age. So he came upstairs and was like, I'm about to go to the dentist, da-da-da-da. I said, okay, cool. He said he got to the dentist and they was like, bruh, you need a root canal. You know what I'm saying? Like, your tooth jacked up. You need a root canal right now. That boy said, I was like, oh, okay. He came back. I said, did you get the root canal? He said, nah. I said, how you ain't get it? He said, as soon as she told me the price, my tooth stopped hurting. Bruh, me and Candace, that boy said as soon as she said $1,700, he said magically my tooth didn't even hurt no more.
Bruh. Man.
I was there, but Carl, I was just going to your point of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey,
I don't care how much you make.
Your brain got a funny way of working.
And whatever amount you make, you get that $2,000, whatever amount of money you make, somehow, I promise y'all, this time next year, you're going to be pretty much living check to check again. And it's just,
no question,
it's just life. It's just how we do things.
No question.
So until you can really understand how to come up with, again, make real estate a source that generates revenue for you when you do a source.
Yeah. A source of income. Like, listen to me, that you have absolutely control of. And can I say this to you? I don't care what nobody tells me. Now, I do understand that there are exceptions to the rule in terms of there are those of us who have been born, with some challenges, right? So, of course, I'm not going there, Carl. But I'm just saying that for those of us who, don't have that experience, we have a way, Carl, of either we got a gift. God has given each one of us a gift that, to CJ's point, you either know how to generate or you're the type of person that knows how to support the person that's generating. And you got to understand, here's what I love about the assessment. I don't care what nobody tell you. Listen to me. Let me tell you something. You could get the person that know these assessments like the back of your hand. There is no character trait of the 4 that is a guarantee when you're born with it that you're going to automatically blow up. None of them. I can show you, and again, forgive me for this term. I'm on my CJ right now. I know some of my listeners are going to be like, E, come on, don't say that kind of stuff. Listen to me very closely. I know some bums, some flat out bums in each category. I know people who you don't just go, you CJ or you Jamal just because you a high pilot. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You just don't come out C or Jamal. Like you ain't just no, I hate when people say, yo, E, I'm a pilot just like you. The devil is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself on. I'm saying I'm a ground school like Carl.
You flying Spirit though. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Delta.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you flying Spirit Airline. You feel me? So I'm just saying every human is either born with you got the extrovert boy where you go on a hunt, or you got the introvert boy where you're preserving the hunt. All right? And I'm trying to tell y'all, I would much rather, in some instances, be my tax guy. He getting paid, and he ain't got to get on nobody road. He ain't got to do no speaking engagements. My man getting paid. The lawyers getting paid. They don't got to do jack. What's the one that I never even talk about that I love? I didn't tell y'all on the podcast, but there's 1 or 2 speakers bureaus that like got me in their pocket, and they know how much I charge, and they getting something for. They ain't got to get on the mall. They ain't got to get on the road. This old school cotton picking day. They ain't got to get on the road. One cotton picking day.
And putting something in their vest pocket anyway.
You feel me? That's slicker than a nickel. That's slicker than a nickel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if you're a hunter, cool. But if you know hunters, there are a lot of hunters that are very creative but suck structurally. So everything they make, they gonna lose. You feel me? And so it doesn't matter which side of the spectrum you fall on, but you better fall on the side that says, I'm going to take ownership of my gift. I'm going to know what my assets are. I'm going to know what I bring to the table, and I'm gonna be indispensable. Let me tell you something. On the creative side, I love Maul, love C. On the structure side, love Carl. Like, look, I told y'all, and I tell this joke all the time. When Carl first went to Barbados for the 30-day boy, he was there for 30 days. Me and C was in the podcast room. I'm talking about we was in the podcast room. Like, this ain't rocket science. We ain't had no Zoom stuff. We was in the podcast room with the roadcaster. C was waxing deep. I was like, yo, C, the record button is blue. C was like, okay, whatever that means. Don't interrupt me, E. I'm going hard.
I'm not thinking about that.
I'm like, C, I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't think we recording, bro. You know what I'm saying? We not recording. And C was like, you lying. I was like, no, Ma, I'm not lying. We was like 22 minutes in.
Ma was there,
I don't even know what made me look at the machine, but I looked at the machine and was like, man, something wrong. Like, I don't know what it is, but I know something wrong. I was like, I got it. That joke ain't red. Okay, we ain't recording, C. I promise y'all, we ain't recording. We ain't got the microchip. Well, bruh, I promise you. So there are people out there saying, I ain't E, I ain't C. I promise you we need somebody. I'm telling you, you don't. But what I am telling you is, you can't sit down and go, hey, E, when you finish hunting, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, now I'm not trying to be funny, but depending on who bringing back the food, and you like, and I promise you it ain't gonna work. And so And can I say this to you?
Here.
And can I say this too? I'm just gonna say this, man. I don't mean no harm.
Say it and do it with harm. The podcast is better when you harm.
I don't mean no harm, Ma. I like to believe I'm a good person, but I'm gonna be real. If you want to put me in a situation where you tempt me, the way you tempt me to not be a good human is for you to be super passive, and you put me in a position where you making me lord over you. I'm just being real. I'm saying I see it happen to people all the time, and people get taken advantage of. What I'm trying to tell you is when you handle your business and you are an asset and you are indispensable, people treat you differently. People don't take advantage of you when they need you. They do not take advantage of you. I'm telling you, you're putting yourself in a very bad situation when you are needy. I'm just being real. If you are needy, you better pray that you're around God-fearing, like people who gonna take care of you. But if you're needy, I promise you. I was walking today, and all I heard was, if you can't walk with the footmen, how can you run with the horsemen? You can't do it. You can't do it. And so I'm just trying to tell y'all, get y'all weight up. Last thing I want to do is be left by Jamal. Last thing I want to be left by CJ. Last thing I want to be left by Josh. I want to be left by Carl. I don't want to be left, y'all. I don't want to be left. So I got to make sure that I'm not Carl. I'm not CJ. I'm not Jamal. I'm none of them. I'm Eric Thomas. I got to make sure in my lane that I hold my lane down and I hold down what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just telling all y'all out there, man, if you want to take care of your family, don't put it in another man's hand. If you want to take care of your family, figure out what it takes to do it and wake up every day and go get it. Because we all human. None of us have anything that you don't have. I'm telling you, if we can do it, you can do it.
Hey, I think it's a whole science behind it, man. Now, go ahead.
Y'all to being polite now. Go for it, Paul.
No, I was just saying, man, I think it's a whole science behind it. You talking about that needy boy? As soon as you said that, I thought about the 9 to 5s. They give you a needy test before you enter into the company. It's not called a needy test, but they actually literally give you a test, and the test actually shows. It's have you ever, with the police department, they ask you 1,000 questions in 1,000 different ways. And it's about questions about nothing that got to do about being a police. But I think they already have tests designed to know the type of people that they actually hiring. And is this person a needy type person? And so, and it's not just with the police department. I'm sure, Ford and all these other different places, man, these factory jobs, they hiring because they know they plan off of your neediness. But it comes a point where you gotta, man, take control over it, and you gotta be like, man, look, this is what I want, and this is the only way to get it. My whole motivation, and maybe somebody can take this with them, my whole motivation was just when people look at promotion, every time somebody talk about promotion to me, on a job, it was always the promotion was connected to some type of purpose they needed it to fulfill in their life. Mm-hmm. That promotion was connected to a purpose that they needed it to fulfill in their life. And if that promotion never took place, then that purpose was never realized. That purpose was never done in their life. So I'm and I'm just talking to people on the job, and I'm like, so you telling me that you're going to, once you get promoted, then that's when you're going to finally get the type of house you and your wife want. Once you get promoted, that's when your kids are going to go to this school that you're talking about. What if it don't happen? What if you don't get promoted by your job? What if your supervisor don't like you? Now, you just supposed to lose out on all those things in life that you wrote down that you wanted? No, man.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many, just really think about what I'm asking you, okay? How many promotions are there, Maul? Tell us how many people work there, and then how many promotions were they really?
Bro, so check it out.
It ain't enough to go around, I'll tell you that.
15, I got you this. I'm going to just give a little breakdown real quick. 15,000 police officers on the police department. Okay. The highest position is the superintendent, and it's only one position. So you got 15,000 people trying to get to the highest position. And then under the superintendent, it's the first deputy. That's only one position. And then under him is maybe 4 other deputy lieutenants or whatever, commanders. And so, when you think about it, man.
Where did you make it to?
Oh, bruh. I made it to the highest level possible.
Don't even answer
I
him,
made it to the
Maul.
highest level
Don't
possible.
Even answer him,
And
Maul.
the highest level. So
Maul, don't
when
even
you're talking
answer
about
him.
that though, while CJ joking, I saw how it wasn't fair. I'm like, bro, I'm going up against 15,000 other people, all to get this. And then if you actually do get it, you ain't even still happy. I had the superintendent.
Lieutenant, is that what?
I'm just saying, the superintendent of police, man.
Maul, let it go, Maul. Don't answer.
I'm not even hearing him, man. You know, the superintendent of police.
Sergeant.
What's that?
Yes,
he was waiting on your answer where you rose through the ranks.
Oh, fam. You know, I'm still rising through the ranks because I promoted myself.
Hey, let's go.
While you talking stuff, young fella. When you was in high school, I think I was a millionaire. So, you know, respect your elders.
Respect your elders.
Real quick.
Now you gonna make me now come on about my, you know what I'm saying? Hey, E, look, anybody that's
Watch
under
this,
40.
E. Oh, no, Maul. Sorry. I was going to say, E, the first job that I had out of college, I quit. Listen to what I'm saying closely. I quit because there was one supervisor and then the owner of the company that I worked for. It was a small company. I had one supervisor, and from the looks of it, the supervisor had locked down his position. Like, he wasn't going nowhere. And I'm watching this. I was probably 19, 20 years old. And I'm watching this like, yo, I really have nowhere to go in this company. That edge, I'm like, I ain't got nowhere to go. Why would I work?
Who was doing
here?
the most work, Carl?
Oh,
you were the
bruh,
supervisor.
I was up there working. He worked. I ain't gonna lie, but I was working. My man was sitting at the desk sending me outside to do stuff. So I'm
just described
here.
my last 15 years with you.
But
it's nowhere for me to go, Carl.
That's so huge though, because like for real, as I studied it, and I'm just saying, how many people are working that job, Maul? How many people are just working, hoping that it's not going to happen? It's not. It's not, flat out. It's not going to happen. That's 20 years old.
How many promotions can you give yourself?
Unlimited.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I just saw something that blew my mind. This don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I sent it to Maul. They said the average person coming out of Harvard make $80,000. Carl just made over 100 bands on one building. They said the average person coming out of Harvard make $80,000, bruh. I'm saying, how you probably got $250,000 worth of debt and you making $80,000.
Yep.
And we don't know the quality. Look at Carl right now doing the podcast. You feel me? Right? We don't know the quality of life that you have for the 80-something.
Right, that's what I don't know. Right. And I'm saying that I say that to say, Maul, I was teasing, of course, because you obviously, didn't put your life on the line to get promotions. You didn't need to. But even in that highest position, how much you gonna make?
Man, at the highest position, $240,000.
Okay, let me tell you something. Maul take 240 and hit Guatemala and then climb volcanoes.
No, not even
easy.
No, I'm just no. I'm just trying to tell you, serious. So can we please do this? Because I know people are gonna be like, CJ's mean. Okay, so I want to do something for you right now, and I want everybody else to get ready because we're gonna give y'all some tips on how you can get to the bag at a high level, okay? Like, let's not leave them. Let's not just talk about, you just dog us out, you didn't give us the clue. Okay, ready, number one. Everybody get your pen and paper out. I'm going to give you the very first one. I need everybody lean into your speakers close, your headphones, turn it up. I'm going to tell you the very most important step of the entire deal, and then I'll let them give steps that are less important, okay? The very first step. No, I'm serious. The very first key to your success. All right, ready? Nobody cares. Okay, I'm going to have to say it again because, again, this is for this. Listen, I had to learn this very early. I'm just telling you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your product. Nobody cares how sweet you are. Nobody cares how nice you are. Nobody cares how well you can speak. Now, you say, see, that first step seemed harsh. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll be in position to succeed. When did I take that dose of reality? I said it when I spoke in Mexico. E gave the best motivational speech in the history of life on a Tuesday night, and on a Wednesday, we couldn't get booked at a middle school. Just take that in. Take that in. E gave the Guru Story speech on a Tuesday night, and on Wednesday, the middle school said, Eric who? Nah, we good. And I realized at that moment, oh, nobody cares that we sweet. Like, nobody cares. And when I came, and again, okay, we had another one. Y'all have heard the bank story. I don't need to wear y'all out with that. We was going to make a whole $1 million and we was going to be set and run the business. And my man was like, yo, actually, never mind. We good. Don't worry about that. Right at the 11th hour. And I looked at E and he looked at me and he said, nobody cares. And once I started to get that through my mind, nobody cares, and it's on me, and took full ownership of what we had to do and how we had to do it, I promise you, I just had this conversation with Toby. Change your expectations, bruh. I just had to change my expectations. People not going to do nothing for you. They're not going to do nothing with you. People going to show up late. People going to complain. People going to drop the ball. Change your expectations, bruh. If it is to be, it's up to me. And when I realized that nobody cared, I'm talking about like nobody. Even my friends didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody came through with 50 cents for us. And when I say I learned that and I figured out that step, I was able to truly get a solid foundation from which we could get busy. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my step. I need to know from y'all if people are going to take themselves to another level. Because again, E, I had this realization, bro, because I thought maybe some people was just content, like, oh, okay, I ain't really trying to drive that. I ain't really trying to live there. And I realized like that percentage of the population, it might be like 5% of people who truly just like, I'm good with being check to check. You know what I'm saying? The rest of us, and myself included, I want options. I want to be able to say to my wife, we can go wherever you want to go for dinner. I want to be able to tell my kids you can go to the school you want. I want to be able, if my son is a scholar and smart and wants to go study abroad in Switzerland, I want to be able to write a check. That's just me. And I believe that most humans want those options. But again, in order to get to that level, there are some things you have to do. And the first thing I say you have to start with is nobody cares and nobody's going to save you. Nobody's coming for you. Nobody's just going to give you anything, and it's not going to happen by osmosis. I'll kick it to E because he's the oldest. Then I kick it to Maul because he's the strongest. And I kick it to Carl because he's the smartest.
All right. So I would say, be an asset and not a liability. You know what I'm saying? I think too many people are looking for a check. You don't have to worry about a check if you're an asset, right? If you're an asset, people have to keep you around. If you're a liability, like you got to go fast, right? So I would just say, like I'm a speaker. I know I provide energy for people. People come on, and I give it away for free online. And I'm an asset to the world. 3 o'clock in the morning, noon, you can catch something right before you go home. So I'm an asset. We got videos out. We have podcast out. We've got, free mixtapes that's out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we give away our books for free. I did, what's that, Carl? At Michigan State, the Success Series, The Advantage for free. Like I became an asset to the world. Mm-hmm. And when you become an asset, guess what you attract? Other assets. When you're a liability, guess what you attract? You attract liability. So I would say, don't worry about how much somebody can pay you. Make your concentration, what can I do to make myself valuable to another human or to an entity or organization?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I would have to say, man, and this is something I'm big on, is that you are not doing enough. You are not doing enough. This is what a whole 9 to 5 millionaire mindset has been created. Work your work. Work while you work. So the whole thing about I remember just seeing a lot of police officers just thinking like, okay, man, I'm working my job. Oh, and then even when they got off work, they would go home and just lay down and go crack open a beer and just wait until the next shift. And one thing that always stuck out to me was Ecclesiastes 11:6. Work your work in the morning and in the evening, let not your hands be idle, for you do not know which one will work, whether it's this or whether it's that. You don't know. So stop dependent on that one stream of income. Stop depending on that one job. You're not doing enough. Even if you guys just look at my life, I can live off of any one of my businesses. I promise you I can. Any of the businesses I started 20 years ago, I can live off anything. But yet, that one scripture stayed in my mind. When the pandemic happens, if this happens and childcare shuts down, well, I still got real estate. If real estate shut down, well, I still got childcare. If childcare shut down, I got the security company. Security company shuts down, well, then I can still speak. If then we got it's so many businesses that you want to make sure that you're promoting yourself within every company that you create. So stop feeling like the one little job you got is enough. Stop feeling like that and work your work. Work while you work. Just do that. And so that's a huge one for me, man. Just always feel like, what you're doing is not enough and keep going.
Good. Yep.
Hey, I had the opportunity yesterday to witness a transaction happen. I'm going to share something real quick. The person was asking, I'll give you the numbers, $40,000, right? And the other person was basically was like, no, I'll take it for 28. And Ma, I asked like, yo, not trying to be funny, but why'd you say 28? And the response I got, I'm talking about, it's going to be my mantra for the rest of the life. The person said, it made me happy. That's simple. It made me happy. And I'm just like, huh? Like, I'm looking for a reason. Like, did you, inspect? Did you? Boom. No. It made me happy. And see, I think the biggest part is that people don't know what makes them happy. Like, I'm just being real. You just said blame America. We're so like indoctrinated with a culture, with all this stuff. Like, you don't even know who you are. You don't know what makes you happy. Like, what do you really love? Like, for real, do you like to sit down and just watch TV all day? Like, I'm just not, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm saying I need you to get the longest. I got like 8 to 10 videos in a ground screw course, right? And the longest, each one has a PDF. The longest PDF I have is like 20-something pages long, see? It's breaking down exactly what do you want your marriage to look like? What do you want your family to look like? What do you want your finances to look like detailed, like exactly how much do you want to make? All you do and make real estate real. Like, what's your future vision? Like be clear on what your vision is, because and see, either C or E said it earlier, if you're not clear on your vision, then you were part of somebody else's vision. Mm-hmm. It's bottom line. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, like, that's my first thing. Like, yo, figure out the things that make you happy, like, for real. Like, this is what charges you. This is what fuels you. If you like to sit alone and read, like, that's cool. Don't be scared. Whatever it is that you feel like, man, I get pleasure out of this, like, keep it PG. But for real, like, write this stuff down. Like, what is it that you like? What is it that you look forward to? Be clear on that. And then E, I'll give the other one from, I got one more, so I got to do it. The richest man in Babylon. He's like, yo, I don't care how much money you make. Just save 10%. And that 10% is designated for investments. He's like, I don't care what money you make. You can make $200 a year. I don't care. Save 10% of that. And over time, we're going to use that to build. So for everybody out there is like, man, I ain't got no down payment. You don't have it now. But this is a very tangible step. I don't care nothing about your expensive. Cut your doggone cable bill. Like, that ain't bringing you nothing back. I'm just being real now. Like, you got to be extreme if you want to go. Maul just said it. You got to work if you want this thing to work. Cut the extra stuff out. Save 10% of your income, non-negotiable. Take it out before you do anything else. Well, get God his first, then take yours out.
I was about to say, hold on, Carl. You just going against the scripture over there.
Get God his first, right? Then take yours out. Hey, no, God said
St. Carl, chapter 1.
Hey, God set the rule. We're going to follow it and apply it to ourselves, too. He's like, bring 10% here. You bring 10% back here. You do that. And I'm saying you use that to prepare yourself for 2 years down the line, but you will eventually be in a place to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, invest in real estate, but you got to start doing something to put yourself in that position. So that's my two. So
invest in you.
Invest in you.
Yeah, I got me a little crypto. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. You know what I'm saying? Couple dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and building off of last week's call, Ma, I came back from that dark cave and I just took $500, not a lot, and I literally just put it in crypto. Y'all know that's not Carl. Bruh, $500? Like, I work a lot. Like, I do a lot for this. I was like, nope, you're not going to do that no more. You just walk through the cave and came out.
Oh, yeah.
And see, let me just be real.
$500.
It's going to be more. It's going to be more. That was like let me whet the appetite a little bit. It's going to be more, but I'm just like, yo, I'm understanding now that the things that I want is on the other side of this. So I'm going to do what makes me happy now, bottom line.
Yeah. No, I ain't going to lie. I ain't even put $500. It was like $150. You know what I'm saying? I put like, I slid a hot. I had like somebody cash at me, so I just threw it over there in the Bitcoin. You know what I'm
No, that's smart. See, anytime somebody cash
Yeah, I just
app
put it
you
over there.
something you don't need,
That's all I
just
did.
put it over there, yeah.
I moved it over there. I told Maul we need to go ahead as a crew and buy a couple coins. But Maul like, hey, but to Maul point, Maul look at you and Maul really is a mathematician.
Facts.
He like a hood mathematician.
The hood.
No, I'm just saying because it ain't like
63rd
algebra.
Street mathematician.
No, I'm saying, but no, Maul understands. And so he broke it down to me and said, okay, cool. What are you hoping that Bitcoin brings us back? Like just right now where we're at. What are you hoping it brings us back? Whatever. I said, okay. He said, okay, cool. Or we could take that, or we could guarantee make 3 times as much as that with doing this. I said, all right, cool. I got you. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? Never mind.
And it was just
But
like,
again,
we don't have to do it. Then I can hear the naysayers. Well, it's just diversifying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, but the money that we buying real estate from is from the profit of the profit of a profit already.
So that's diversifying.
That's diversified. So you just see us buying real estate, but not realizing that the money that we're using to buy the real estate is from the profit of a profit of the profit. So it's, we on like 3rd or 4th generation money. So it's like we don't have to do that.
You know what we have to do?
What's that?
What's that? See, what do we have to do?
What do we have to do?
Drink some Organifi.
Hey.
Shout out to Organifi, the superfood green juice powder, keeping this podcast sponsored. Thank you, E, for letting me do this read today. You know what I'm saying? I know you usually like to cut me off mid-roll. Shout out to Organifi, ORGANIFI.com, promo code success. Shout out to them. Also, shout out to Make Real Estate Real. What's going down with Make Real Estate Real, Dr. King?
Seeing people.
Hey, Maul, you see though that. Maul, you see that even when I didn't disrupt him, he loved it because he had to bring it up. He could have just read it straight through, Maul, but he liked when I do that.
Right.
Though.
But listen.
So he kind of,
Let me tell y'all something. I got a whole podcast to run, and I got to entertain the people. So I got to joke y'all, or it's going to be dry and boring, and they're going to be like, I don't want to listen.
Maul, I'm just saying, I'm going to interrupt him because I didn't, and you can feel that it hurt that I didn't interrupt him, Maul. He was like, man, he didn't even interrupt me.
Right.
Ain't nobody thinking about what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Evidently.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Make real estate real. What's going down, brother?
Hey, man, just seeing success, man. Like I said, even with doing the class in Lakewood, teaching Make Real Estate Real, it's amazing. It's one thing, Carl, when you can do it yourself, right? It's one thing where I can just flip. I learned the secret where I could literally, if I need 600,000, I can go ahead and I could go to the bricks to get the 600,000 without a doubt. I've done it so many times. But what's been challenging for me, E, it was like, okay, cool. Let me see if I can teach other people to do it. Am I really that fresh? Am I really a master? I'm good if I can do it myself. But I become great if I can teach other people how to do it. And sure enough now, to see people like Carl Train and the thousands of other people that's been sending messages saying, hey, look at Jamal, it works. I'm just now, E, I'm excited, man. I think I get more pleasure. Matter of fact, no cap, I was more happier. I took the phone out of Carl's hand and ran it around the room like,
showing everybody.
I was like, look at, and Carl just said 100,000. It's more like 113,000. And I told him, take that other 13,000 and just give it to your wife. Just make it rain. It's just 13,000. And that was when Carl put his hands on his hips. And he was like,
squared them shoulders up.
My shoulders.
Right, that's when the shoulders went up. But I was just like, man, just go ahead and just let your wife know, like, this is why we've been doing this. This is why we've been sacrificing. This is what it's all about. Yeah. And Carl was like, she probably won't even spend it. And I said, good, great, whatever.
No, but make her spend it.
Let her just do it. Bro, it means something. It's a milestone. Take the under 100,000, man, and take 50,000 of it and put it back into another property. Take the other 50 and put it in your bank account, man. But just to to see other people, and that's something that me and Camille used to do. And that's why I think I get excited because, you know, when I flipped the property, if I made that kind of money, I would take that money and I would do something special for Camille. I would, I told Train the same thing. Train had 100-something thousand. I told him, man, go do something special for you. If you think about it, see, that's the only thing I ask people. People be like, oh, Jay, man, I got to give you something. No, dog, just do something special for your wife. That's it. Just so that she can be, and for the wives, if they flipping property, I tell them the same thing. Do something special for your husband so he can get on board with you and really see the fruits of it. And so I'm big on that, man, because I just know how it changed our life. But now to see what we're doing and seeing it affecting through Make Real Estate Real other people's lives, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think
it's
the
like
dopest thing now that I'm seeing a lot of is all the joint ventures that's going on. So it's people, man, who are coming in to Make Real Estate Real. They're joining alumni, and they're on together all the time. They in Facebook groups, and they like, yo, you got 5 bands, I got 5 bands. These okay, cool. We'll all put up our bread together and chop down 100,000. And you seeing it happen, man, and it
Group
is
economics.
changing lives. Oh man, it's been amazing to watch, and you know, this is exactly what I envisioned, man. When you gave me the whole breakdown and the formula of everything you were doing while still keeping your job, I was like, yo, this is what our people been missing. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been missing this side of it, and so it's just incredible to watch that take place. So y'all go to makerealestatereal.com right now. All right, and also, man, we got another killer in the midst doing some big things. Solo Creator Pro, Carl, catch us up.
Yes, sir.
Killer.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I had to say this though real quick. Maul used that. Maul, you took me back. You know, I'm an old head hip hop fan. Maul said, I want to see how fresh I could be. Fresh.
My Dougie?
That was those are
fresh.
words back in the day. Fresh.
That's it.
Oh,
Fresh.
Lord. Hey. Man, hey, we're doing a special. I told you guys last week, I got Jose coming back to do this Canva masterclass. So go to solocreatorpro.com/Canva, C-A-N-V-A. And again, Canva is one of those platforms that if you're creating content, it's going to make your life a lot easier. So we got part 1 that's already done, and we discounting that right now. I think we brought it down to $27, like for a 3-hour masterclass. You get that, and then you can get the part 2 that's coming up, and I think it's 3 weeks. I'll get the exact date, but Solo Creator Pro /Canva, guys. Again, we're taking you, I don't care what device you got, Android, I don't care what it is, iPhone. We're gonna get you comfortable behind that camera, understanding what you need to do to create content, man, and getting your business, your brand, everything out there. So you too can be like Maul in the penthouse.
Yeah, and
I'm not in the penthouse, Carl. I'm in the club.
Oh, my bad. The club next to the penthouse.
The penthouse is on the other side.
Hey, and I do want to say to those of you who are listening, you do need to understand there's a season. You know, there's a time and season.
Yep.
And this is the season of content.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
I don't know if it was COVID that created it, but a lot more people are at home, a lot more people are watching TV, a lot more people are looking to get into their own business due to COVID. And so this is the season of content. And you have content. Content is nothing but what your expertise is what you've experienced, what you've gone through. You know, so but what happens is nobody knows that your content exists. You know what I'm saying? And so it's funny, Carl, my daughter came to me, you know, Jada just finished school. You know, of course, when you're in the master's, there's no real summer, you know, school. It's, you know, freshman, you're a senior. So after her, you know, right before the cleaning of the car, she came to me and showed me a series of Nike commercials and was like, yo, Dad, let's get Nikki on the phone, Beast Mode Digital on the phone. But she was like, yo, we got to do commercials for our gear, you know? And so she showed me a couple of Nike commercials and was like, yo, we got cameras, like, let's go. Like, we know people, they got houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, commercials are people. It's content, Dad. Like, let's get them on the shirt. You know, you do a voiceover, you do it for everybody else. Now it's time for you to do it, you know, to inspire the grind gear boy. So again, that content, my daughter was like, yo, we have the people, we got cameras, we have the time, we've got money. Like, let's create these commercials and stop waiting for, you know, whatever. She was like, yo, you could create a commercial, Dad, and put it up on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and it'll go viral. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, again, just that whole content, Dad.
Speaking of which, man, y'all go check out the new gear. We got a bunch of new gear. It's fire. You might have saw me with the Execution is Worship shirt. You see Carl with the Just Execute. And them joints is nice, too.
Yeah,
shout out to
good.
Sierra and Didi.
Yeah.
They got that joker rolling over there. So high quality stuff, man. Y'all go to grindgearstore.com, man. Start repping the brand with us, all right? I don't have anything else unless you gentlemen want to say something. I think we pretty much tapped out. Everybody good? Speak now, forever hold your peace. E.T. Remember you used to give a nugget of the day back in the day? Give us a nugget of the day, man.
I know. Yeah.
We stopped that because it was.
Hey, Ma, he forgot. So I was like, yo, he working me even on the podcast.
Nah,
like,
you know what?
shoot.
COVID. You know what I'm saying? COVID.
Yeah,
I had to stop the nugget of the day because COVID.
Yeah, I will say, I will repeat what I said, invest, and as a rule, don't ever ask another human to invest more in you than you invest in yourself. So even if you have people in your life who do invest in you, so let's just say Maul says, I'm gonna invest in you. I'm gonna give you $50,000 to, start a property. Well, then I need to be able to put at least $100,000 to buy my own property. You feel me? So don't ever let another human invest more in you than you invest in yourself. So it doesn't mean you don't let people invest in you. That's not what we're saying. No man is an island. But don't ever let another human put more effort and energy in your life than you put in your own.
That's it. That's all. Let's get it, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see you next week.
Let's go.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your